With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Tonight we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season, and we got a good Monday nighter in store as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. You look at this Jaguar defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11 empty, hey, 11 empty.
Mixon with a first down carry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I'll give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
11. 12.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Former run show Fatukasi. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block.
There he goes, left side. Now inside the 25, Joe Mixon. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 60. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Evan McPherson for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0.
Jaguars, nothing. Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And Jones will go in motion right. Thompson will look to the air on first down. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You talk about this Bengals defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Third and long, Thompson. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On first and 10, it's Bigsby. And he is going to lose yardage here. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Off play action, Thompson. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before 4. He's inside the 30. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 27.
Here's a give to Bigsby.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Now they'll audible to something else. Thompson going play action here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Here's Thompson.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now Burrow changing things up here.
12.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
12. 11.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now inside the 25.
Jamar Chase. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
Jaguars nothing.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Thompson.
going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 32 that time.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Bigsby. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Mustang 19. Dragon 60. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Now it's Thompson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Shotgun on 3rd down. Here's Thompson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Jags' new kicker for 2023, Brandon McManus, on for the field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 1, ready?
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run for it with Mixon. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Here we go.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
11 MT, take.
Here's Burrow. Short throw to Smith. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Gun. Dodge.
From midfield now, Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here we go.
2nd and 10.
11 MT.
Now it's Burrow. Now he's flushed out right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Short throw to Smith. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
It's a gain of 8, but it brings up 4th down.
Now, how about this? They'll change it at the line. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is down to 28-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. First down. Here's Burrow. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes again. Touchdown. Jamar Chase on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jaguars 10.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Second down, here's a run with Bigsby.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Another run by Bigsby.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first, and it'll bring up third down now.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Thompson looking to throw.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
They run for it with Bigsby. And he is going to have a Jags first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
That 4th down decision, unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs. Now a handoff to Bigsby.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Here's Bigsby. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hurt. Go.
On the carry, Bigsby.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bengals' 35-yard line.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now Thompson. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
A 51-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He returns the kick 88 yards to the house. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter. And boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A run here with Bigsby.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Hey, check that. Street. Hut.
Thompson to throw on 2nd down. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want.
See the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Go, Chap! Go, Chap!
3rd and long, Thompson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here's Logan Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
12, 12, 12. 11, Thomas.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
11, mighty. 11, mighty.
Now they go play action now. Burrow looking deep here for Chase. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Here we go. 11, mighty. 11, mighty.
12, in motion left
12,
goes Jones.
12.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Looking to throw, Thompson.
Steps away to his left.
He's got his target. That's complete.
A big play that time for Jacksonville. 44 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And Bigsby once more.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Tank Bigsby, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Worth in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass.
Oh, and that is incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
11.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Burrow.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
11, 11, 11. Stop.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Here we go, shot. 70 Timberwolves.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Thompson fakes a handoff. Now going to throw it. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here's Thompson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just past the 35.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. It's Boyd. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st down, Cincinnati.
Here we go.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Burrow.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, is the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now he's forced out right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Burrow on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. 4th down, but Burrow stays put. They're going for it. That is caught, and he is going to have the Bengals 1st down, and they convert in in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Here we go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.